Hi Haley. So got your question, and it's the what's the difference between these two things? And so the difference is basically it's all the same transformations, but it is when it's parentheses here, that's a linear equation, and so we would expect to get just a straight line out of that. When it is brackets there, or the straight lines, not brackets, excuse me, that means it's an absolute value, and that's going to be that v-shaped function. So these are actually really similar. If you took a line that was going through, the origin, actually, I can just draw that line, y equals x, and if I change the slope to 1/2 on that, I would get this. And then if I take this point on the origin and I move it 2 to the right, up 1. Actually, let me make it negative first. And then I move that 2 to the right and up 1, then you're at this red line. So that is, again, the transformations are identical, but this one is a linear function and this one is an absolute value function. And so for the absolute value, we get those same transformations. You can see the vertex is in the same point. It's still right 2 and up 1, but now this side of the graph, because of the absolute value, is going to be reflected from the linear equation. So same transformations, just a different function. So it's as the difference between y equals x, the linear function, and y equals absolute value x. So our linear function was that purple one, our absolute value function is the black one. Interestingly, and we'll see this as we go on in the quarter, these transformations work for all functions. So let's say I put a squared on that. Now I get a parabola. It's opening upside down. You'll see this has been compressed. The slope isn't 1/2, but it has that compression of 1/2 in front. And its usual one is to open up and through the origin. It has also moved right 2 and up 1. If I change this to let's see if it will let me do it, square root, get rid of this piece. Even though we don't know what a square root function is, it normally opens kind of like this. It has been compressed by 1/2. There's that 1/2. It's opening upside down, and it has also moved right 2 and up 1. So we'll see that these transformations work on every function, but the difference in your question is which function they were working on. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense and wasn't too long. Holler if you have a follow-up.